Okay, we ready?
Well, good morning. I hope you're doing well. We are back in LOTRO and we are back on Miss Medrielle, who needs to go find Horn and talk to him. So we're going to get on a horse and do that. We can't locate him. No, he's up there somewhere. But we just have to figure or remember how to get up there. I think it's other side of this. Oh, I will grab that while we're on the way. Right? There we go. And on we go. Nope, not there. A little laggy. Does have quite a few people doing the festival right now. I think we need to go out this way. Gotta love the dramatic music. Dramatic music is dramatic. Okay, I guess we're gonna get off our horse now. Looks like we're gonna have to fight through a few things. Oh, still token. Nice. I'm thinking about it. It seems that once her legendaries reach past level 95, these traceries are no longer going to work. If I was reading that right, maximum level 95. And I will have to redo them all with new traceries. I'm really not feeling this new LI system at all. In fact, I'm rather not happy with it at the moment. I took my level 146 Hunter and got her very first set of the new LIs. Yes, it's been that long since I played her. I have no way to slot any traceries or anything on her weapons because all the stuff at Rivendell won't slot because it's too low level. I have no idea what to do. Those are some big old statues. Those are some huge statues. Needless to say, I am not feeling too particularly kindly towards the new LI system at the moment. Hello, Horn.
I am glad you have come.
I wanted to speak with you here, away from the prying eyes and listening ears of Stangard. There are friends in the village, but it is my worry that not all the men have the best interests of Rohan in their hearts. The garrison of Stangard consists of men who had no other place in Rohan for those who commit crimes but otherwise remain loyal to the king. They perform a length of service determined by the king's orders, and upon its completion, their past transgressions are forgiven. My story is no different, Medrielle, but my heart burns for Rohan. I see it threatened on all sides, and won't. Worst of all, I fear the greatest danger comes not from without, but within. I have seen. Horn stops suddenly. Someone comes. Quickly, hide behind the stone over there, and see if it is friend or foe. It is Ort. And we were not very well hidden, because they saw us. But they died.
I am worried by the increased number of orcs that move alongside the river.
That was well done, Medrielle. I am worried about the increased number of orcs that move alongside the river. They have been coming down from their holes in the Misty Mountains in great numbers of late. But they are not the only danger we face. There are two shallow crossings across the great river. 500 years ago, a tribe of Easterlings crossed into northern Gondor by the northernmost of those undeeps. The steward of the land knew he did not have the men to repel them. He sent messages into the north to seek for aid, but it seemed none could arrive in time to save Gondor. The sound of approaching feet once more seizes Horn's attention. We have another visitor, Medrielle. Hide behind the other stone and see if it is another orc. It is.
You are quite an ally, my friend.
Where was I? Yes, I remember now. The steward of Gondor sent an urgent plea to the northern people, but the Easterling tribe pressed across the river before any help arrived. But when all hope seemed lost, a new force arrived on the field of Celebrant, the ancestors of my people, led by Errol the Young. They destroyed the Easterlings, and in thanks, the steward of Gondor gave them the land of Calenardon to dwell in, that is now called Rohan. This statue was later erected as a sign of the friendship between the Erolingas and the men of Gondor, and my people have watched the crossings of the great river ever since. Horn looks up at the statue. Quite a time. I think the sword your Dunlending friend carries was at that battle, Medrielle. I cannot be sure, but I feel it is to be so. Why has it come back? Why? We should return to Stangard. The air grows chill, and we can talk more when we return. But remember what I have said. So we need to go back to Stangard and talk to Horn again. Not the best place to go crack, but okay. We didn't. Amazing. Miracle. Yeah, miracle. Find us a quick clearing where the eagle landed. Which one do I do first? Let's go talk to Horn first. The place is pretty even at night. About the people of Stangard aren't exactly the most friendly or accommodating types. Hey, what do you want?
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
You're headed west of Stangard? Well, let me give you a piece of advice, friend. Stay clear of the Limelight Gorge if you know what is good for you. I have heard tell of orcs and the like raising trouble in the Wailing Hills, but I assure you they are not half as dangerous as the monstrosities wandering down in the gorge these days. If you do head out that way, just make sure to check in with Captain Agelbrit. You should at least know what you're getting into. Yeah, Limelight Gorge is no joke. No joke at all. We'll go take a look at it. Nice little town. Hello, random person. I hope you're having fun. There's Horn again. Hello, Horn.
It is clear that you have been sent to help my people fight against the Kundalar.
I know why you've come here, Medrielle. There can only be one reason. It is clear you've been sent to help my people fight against the Kundalar. They're the descendants of the Eastern tribe that crossed the Great River 500 years ago, and scouts report they have been seen on the foreshore. They seek to accomplish what their ancestors could not, and this time they will There will be no timely intervention, no final hour rescue. We are on our own, Medrielle, and that is why I did not forbid your Dunlending friend from entering Stangard to seize the Rohirric sword she carried. Perhaps one day we were foes, and we may be again, but today I see Rohan threatened, and I thirst for allies to defend my homeland. I was called disloyal and changeable in the halls of Theoden King, but that is not so. I love Rohan. I want only to protect her.
The battlefield of Parth Celebrant may hold some clue to defeating the Kundalar.
The battlefield of Parth Celebrant may hold some clue to defeating the Kundalar. Their ancestors were routed by the timely arrival of the Erlingas under Errol the Young, but we have no such advantages in numbers this time. No one is coming to help us. We must find some strategy to help us defeat the Kundalar, and sifting through the site of that battle may teach us something we can use against them. I marked this map with the location of the battle. Bring it to Cerdic at the road watch point in Parth Celebrant, and he will guide you to places he has not already searched. I hope you will be kind to him. Cerdic has been a long away from his wife and daughter, and sometimes he lets his worries master him. He's a good friend and true, even if his mind is not always on the task before him. Alright, who are you?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
You may enter, traveler. My captain, Stanric, can be found within. If it is hospitality you seek, Stanric will provide it. He is a good man. Stanric, our true leader, is within. Alas, that you will likely need to hear Sithric as well. These are troubled times in Stangard. That's Sithric. Envoy of the king, there's Stanric.
Our mission is dire.
Hail, friend. I am the captain of this outpost here in Stangard. Whether I was the captain, it is complicated now. Nevertheless, you are welcome to break bread with us as our guest.
Will you aid the Horse Lords?
Stanric makes me laugh. He knows full well we barely have enough bread to share among our own men. You will need to earn your own bread, traveler. Stanric, this is exactly the sort of behavior that got you into this trouble to begin with. You're a fool, Stanric. Your failure to make reasonable decisions is why my place here is necessary.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Sithric has been sent by Theoden King, and as an advisor of Edoras, I have no power over him, and he asserts his will in all that goes on here. I'm sorry that we cannot welcome you here more warmly, according to our tradition, Medrielle. If you wish to do my men a kindness, you may help them with their duties. Gada is a good man, and will know where you can begin. You are a jerkwad. Not Stanric. Sithric. Sith. See, it's in the name. A figure. Alright, let's go find... Oh, look. Who are you? You're Gada.
What brings you to these lands?
Stanric sent you to see me. I understand. I will not say a word to Sithric on this matter. I have plenty of ideas how you can help in Stangard, Medrielle. Let's begin with delivering rations, performing the watch, and dealing with some of the petty crime we have been experiencing of late. Please go and help the men with their duties. You will be of great help.
Our success depends upon our strength.
I suppose it would be helpful if you brought the men their daily rations. You could see for yourself how the men of Stangard fare when they receive their food.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
I have an issue for you to look into. Someone took my rations while I was catching a little rest, and it is not the first time either. If you could find out who stole from the stores, I will be in your debt. A thief must be brought to justice. Okay. And to pass out rations. Apparently there's still rings over here. There's something I don't see. Oh. That's right, exploration. So, I don't know when they started putting rings on spots so you know to go in them. This is Bernstein's house. That's going to be annoying. Hello, doggo. Dogs here surprisingly well tended compared with the rest of the Stangard. Stolen rations. Confront Athbolf, the owner of the dogs, for his crime.
Our mission is dire.
Athbolf looked shocked as she showed him the rations you recovered from his home. I am discovered. Are you going to turn me in, Medrielle? This is just, but I wish to tell you why I did it and ask for your help if I am thrown into the lockhouse. If I did not steal, the dogs would starve. As their keeper, I cannot let that happen. I gave them my own food, but it is not enough. I try to make sure I do not take too much from the other men when I steal, but I fear we all go hungry. Tell Bernstein I am sorry, will you? Says that he is guilty of stealing, but his deeds are honorable. While we're here, we might as well go be nosy and look in a couple more places. The provisioner's house. Dunstan's house. A very nice looking place. That dude's even got a training dummy and stuff in his bedroom. Okay, that's dedication. Tables here. Nice looking tent. Patwin's house. Very, very crowded. But bunk beds. And not somebody very tall sleeping on that top bunk. Somebody short like me. What's here? The skirmish hall. Nice looking place. Definitely one of the better skirmish camps. And this looks like stables. And it is the Stangard stable. Oh look, we can even go upstairs. We're not doing this just for giggles, although it is fun to do. We're doing this because it is a deed. Hello.
Will you aid the horse lords?
You have been sent to give out the daily rations, have you? Help yourself, and mind you do not take too much. The star is meant to last us a month. This is the lock house. Collected a meager amount of food. Collected a meager amount of food. I mean, at least their gels aren't horrible. Actually provide a place for the men to sit and eat, and this one's only got a cot, but the other one actually had bunk beds. So I guess it's either sleep decently in a bunk bed, but have to share your cramped space with someone. This must be where the guards sleep. Or sleep kind of uncomfortably on a cot on the floor, but get to sleep on your own. We've gotten the food. More bunk beds. This one looks like another cot. Alright. So, feed the horses. I think are up there. This is Uthrad's house. Uthrad has a very nice house. He also apparently has a lot of people sleeping at this house. At least 5 of them. I don't know. Aside from that, it's a very nice house. I want to say... maybe this one isn't part of the deed, or I've been up here already. Check the other side. Nothing. Got a nice view. Heck down. Alright. We'll continue being nosy as we go up. The auction hall. Nice looking little auction hall. Although, I guess not so little. Another watchtower. Again, nice views. We're being super duper duper nosy. Because why not? The legendary item store. Hi.
Welcome, my friend.
Welcome. I don't like you, but it's not your fault. Place is big. Craft hall? No, the tavern. there's a jail inside the tavern? Okay. I guess if you got to deal with a rowdy drunk, the best place to do it is throw him right in the brig right there. What we got here? Stabert's house. Once again, we're gonna be nosy and look around. Oh look, Stabert's got his own personal watchtower. Awesome. Nothing up here except a little bit of storage space. Where does he sleep then? Weird. I mean, personally, I don't care if he sleeps on top of his table, but it does seem a little strange that he has no place to sleep. More watchtowers. And they're watching that direction. Right, if I remember right, it's towards the Misty Mountains. We are... Where are we? Over here. But it looks towards Great River. It does look towards mountains. I don't know if those are the Misty Mountains, but... This place has got a nice little fenced-in area for a garden. I like this one. This is Adalbert's house. And bunks. Ramped for 2 people, but livable. Cute. What do we have here? Your standing is too low, so we can't go in that one. That's right, there is at least one we can't go into to start with. I can't remember what standing we have to have in order to access it. But we won't ever finish the deed until we do. Now, a good portion of the things we wanted to see here. I think we even saw the 2 up there. Those were the ones that started the whole process because they had rings, right? Of course. Horse still seems hungry. The horse still seems hungry. Horse still seems hungry. This horse still seems hungry.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Oh, thank you, stranger. I was hoping that since a new person was delivering, perhaps there would be a bit more, but I am grateful nonetheless. Tatwine looks sadly at the meager rations as you hand them to him. No going in there. A crafting area. Nice oven. I mean, really old school oven, but very nice. That is big enough to cook for several people. I would happily try to learn how to use something like that. Is for scholars, I believe. Yep, study. Ah, this is the Stangard vault. Where your vault keeper is. And speaking of which, I'll be right back. Well, that's done. I was hoping to get a little more space out of my bag than I did, but no luck. We're just gonna have to do something about her vault at some point. Now, we're supposed to be looking for men to feed. Some nice dramatic music there. Oh, while we're here, I guess we can turn this in. Oh. Is this all? Curse Stanrick for dooming us to starvation. Bernstein is displeased with the amount of food you gave him.
What business have you?
It was Athelf himself. You explained that Athelf was using the food to feed the dogs of Stangard, who would starve without his help. I have noticed that he does show particular kindness to those dogs. That was once a time when we had food enough for all, sparse though it was, but nobody thinks of the dogs anymore. I will keep this incident a secret and even share some of my food with the beasts, provided Athelf does not steal anymore.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It is not good that there is stealing in Stangard. This was rarely a problem before. If Bernstein does not wish to take further action against Athelf, I will gladly let the matter drop. The food issue is reaching a point of crisis. Something must be done, and soon. You got a bunch of able-bodied men here. Somebody can go out and hunt. You ever thought of that? They probably have. And there's probably a reason why they're not doing it. I love the torches. Check that out. That's neat. Okay. Opening a tourist. Here you go.
Our mission is dire.
Thank you for... Oh, there is not much, is there? Well, thank you just the same. It is just that I think there's less than when we got before Aetherius came to make things better for us here. Yeah, probably. At Athelf knows, sadly, there are fewer rations than ever before. Basically, these men are starving to death. The Sithric is not helping matters.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Does Stangard really think his men will follow him at all if this is all he feeds us? I grow hungry every day, Medrielle. We will not take it much longer. Watt is unhappy with his quantity of food. Yep. Not much Medrielle can do. I mean, she's a healer, not a magician. If she could magic up some food for everybody, she gladly would.
What brings you to these lands?
You brought them in their rations, did you? And the horses as well, I see. It is terrible that there's not enough food to go around. We have always had to tighten our belts at Stangard. Things have only become worse since Sithric came and involved himself in every aspect of rule here. Help Sebert by performing a long overdue watchtower duty. So that looks like that's our next task to helping them out here. Is to talk to Sebert and do some watchtower duty. Not that this isn't a timed quest, but we're gonna find out next time. Till then, bye for now.